It's been so long since my last stream. When was it? Okay, hello. Sorry for the brief interruption. I just had to restart my live. But all good now. Okay. Yahoo. Oh. Okay. Oh, all's good. All's good. Gucci. Gucci. Yeah. And yeah, justice. Oh, no. Hello. 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 Let's see. Style. Fish font. Weight. And maybe down. Pixel. Yeah, I think 80. Okay. Sleepover. Yay. We left sleepover. I'm not. Close the damn dock. No. Damn it. Sucks. Nation. Sleep. Okay. And we're back to the game. Yahoo! Okay. So where were we? Over here we have rose windows. Over here we have Gemini and Delta. Okay, 21, 20. I think I'm just gonna move ahead. Ooh, no, 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 not yet. There's a 6 here. There's a 5 hiding over there. There are a few 2s and 1s. This is a 4. Okay. I think I'll solve some 2s and 3s and then 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, cool. Okay, so first let's start with this 2. This has to be double macaroni. Okay, that's a 3 long. This is a 3 long, but that's a double macaroni. Okay, solid start. Okay, so pretty much has to be an double macaroni. So yeah, everything just awesome-ish. Easy start. Okay. Macaroni or 3 long. Okay. This has to come out, of course. But... so there has to be an double macaroni in here, which means it's also an double macaroni. Let me mark what would be screen. Okay. Now, we can go this way, into this, or into this, we don't know. They move this one. We can go this way, we can go this way, we do not. Okay. Let's think about this more. Can this be 3 long? If so, then that's fine, actually. Can this notice? Cannot. So it has to be this. Cannot be this shape. That's gonna leave a tile behind. way, this can be a shape. Oh wait, right. This does have to be a 3 long because there can only an elbow macaroni can fit in here. Oops. Okay, so we know that it cannot be this shape. And it can be this shape. And it pretty much has to be this shape. Okay, cool. 3 long. This has to come out, and it could not be a 3 long, so we mark that. The 3 longs are yellow. So the elbow macaroni has to go this way and then this way, so this will be a 3 long. On this other side also has to be a 3 long, but can it be this? Yeah, it can. Okay, so we have 15, so we can fit 5 pieces in here. Okay, and this 3. I don't think the corners are the way to go. I think we do have to go from here. Like if this has to be an elbow macaroni. Thing is, it cannot go down because that would violate the delta, so it has to come this way and either be this or be this. Now, can it be this? No. It. Right. So we know that this has to be the 3 long then, and okay. Let me change the for the 3 longs. Elbow macaroni. 3 long, 3 long. This has to be 3 long, this is 3 long. This is elbow macaroni. More elbow macaronis. 3 long, 3 long, and 3 long. Okay, that was a 3. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough 3s. Let's move on to a 4. Okay. So we don't have anything else other than deltas and Geminis. Oh, okay. Now these still have to merge. But we don't know what shape this is, but this does mean this has to keep coming out. And this shape has to somehow be similar to that shape. So let's think about this. If this has an L, where L can I construct this long L here? Okay. I think we just kind of have the whole thing here, right? Oh, this is kind of hard to see. Like this. No. Okay. So we have the L's here. So next we need wait, how am I ever gonna make that shape? No, I don't think this is right. This yellow does have to come out at least this far. And it can't go down. So draw a line there. Oh, maybe it doesn't have to go this way, right? Hang on. We might be cooking. Okay, so we have the L. So if things go according to plan, that L will connect here. And so we need a T here, and I think the rest can be whatever. Yeah, okay. So all these ones are gonna be red. Okay, cool. That was a 4. Where's the other 4? Here. Okay. This has to be a 2x2. Coming out. This and this. These are the 2x2s, which this has to come out. Don't know how long that is. can also force this to come out, but we don't have much. So it's either 3 long, 5 long. But this coming out does mean this has to keep coming out, and I do believe it has 5 long, so this is 3 long. Right? No. Hang on. So fast. Because we need a 3 long here. And this can be anything. But in order to not strand this, we need a 3 by 1 by 3, a 3 long. Okay. 2 by 2s are red, 3 longs are blue, 5 longs are okay. So this one cannot be a 5 long, so it has to be a 4 long, 3 long. This can be a 5 long, just fine. This has to come out. We don't know what it is yet. Wait. Now, if this was a 5 long, that does mean these two both have to come out at least this far. Meaning we're gonna have a 2 by 2 here, and I think yeah, okay. Sometimes it just kinda stops the whole thing in one go, and it's just how things are. Mark these with colors. It's not that. Moving on to a 5. This is our first 5 difficulty one. So we have a 2 elbow or long elbow. Okay, so think about all of these, right? So this one can no way it can be an L. So okay, so we gotta pay attention to whether or not there's gonna be an L in here by utilizing the Geminis. So if we have an L here, we cannot, because the only ways to make L's will always validate the delta. So the L does not go this way, which means these two are disconnected. Does the L go this way? I mean, look at this Gemini. We're gonna need an L here or an L here, which are both fine. And there's an L here, which is also fine. So we don't know that. And there, no, there cannot be an L here. Okay, so that's how this is the L. Means we're gonna need some L's over here. Oh, so many L's. Okay, but we do know these 3 belong to an L. Okay, and these 3 do belong to an L, and that means this has to be a 2 by 2. So this also has to be. No, it doesn't. Wait, no, it does. So that the Gemini can be satisfied. And then, can it be a 2 by 2? I mean, I don't see a problem so far. Leave it at that. Okay, the L's can be yellow. Where else can I go? Okay, let's look at this. So this has to be a 2 by 2. No, that's not helpful. Do I dare look further out? Or is either an elbow macaroni or just a 2 by 2, which can go whichever way. And that's not helpful. Say, okay, let's see. If this, wait, no, it doesn't have to be an L, right? Doesn't. Like, all of these is just fine. Fine and dandy. Oh, okay. Yeah, this part doesn't necessarily belong to an L. But let's say if it did, then we have an L here, which means we'll have this or this, which are both fine. This or this, which are also both fine. Yeah, that's tough. If an L were to go down, then this would have to be a 2 by 2, which means anything can happen. Fuck me. Fuck. I mean, all we know is that this is a too long. If it goes up, then we have this, which means this would have to go here. That would create, yeah, we'd have some problem here. So no, this cannot go up, so it has to go this way. Which means this cannot go here. Okay, elbow macaroni. Wait, no. Wait, no. Hang on. If this goes up, then the L can, I think it has to go this way, right? If it did this, then no matter what shape we make here, we will always have to basically... Okay, so let's run it back. So, build. Good enough. Okay. Now, this has to be a too long, right? If it were to go up, then we can either have the L extend here. No, if it were to go up, then we can only have the L extend here, because otherwise this would happen. So, okay, if it were to go this way, then I think the same thing happens, right? So this cannot be a too long, because what the hell is this? Can't be an L macaroni, because then, yeah, we have the same problem. So, this has to go up, and this L has to go this way, making this L macaroni. Let's make that blue, light blue. And consequently, this is an L, long L. And in here, we can have this setup or this setup, so let's let that be for now. Purple. Wait, no. Okay. So, since we know this is elbow macaroni, this also has to be elbow macaroni. And this cannot be a long L, so it has to be too long. Too long and too long. Now, this all cannot be a long L, so it also has to be a too long. Now, this can be a long L, so we're gonna leave it there. How about down here? This cannot be a long L, so it has to be this. Therefore, this is an L. Okay. Let's see. Too long. This has to be an L macaroni. This, due to Gemini, it cannot be a long L, so this has to be too long, making this too long, so this is also too long. Oh, never mind. That kind of jump scared me, but okay, cool. Good 5-star. Who's ready for the 6? Oh my fucking god, this board is huge. Okay, so we have 2-2, 2-3, or 3-3. Where do we start? Do these two go together? I mean, yeah. Okay, so we do know that these have to at least be this much. So must this and this. Every corner basically has to expand at least a 2x2, but we do not know what any of them are. Okay, now we do know that these two cannot collide, which means this is also at most a 2x3. Which does mean this one is capped at a 2x2, so we're gonna make that red. Which means there's gonna be another 2x2 on this side and something different on the other side. Can be like this, and this one can be a 2x3, or it can be like this, and this one can be either this or this. Do not know. Okay. Well, we do know that this has to go down because we can't leave behind a one gap. It's not allowed by the shape line. Yeah. Okay, but that does mean there's gonna be another 2x2 here. Dang. Data sadness. Okay, I don't think we can do much down here. Wait. This cannot go this far, right? No, it can, like, no. It sure cannot go that far, so block. So we're gonna have a new shape here. Where else can we go? Let me draw a few lines. Okay. Do we have any gaps of 3? Because that's gonna appear. This is a gap of 3. So whatever this is, we have no idea. But this is a gap of 3. And it can go like this and grab these, or like these. But it cannot go too far away from here. Right, no it can't. Okay. We know this is a 3 gap and that's it. God damn it. Okay, I'm drawing too much and not thinking enough. Okay, so we do know that these two are the same shape, but they cannot go down here. Because that's gonna be a delta. So this is the furthest they can go, so we draw lines here. Now they can be 2x3s. That does mean this is different and this is also different. But I don't think we can ever satisfy this, so hang on. What's wrong? Wait. Can we ever do something like this? No. Hang on. Okay, let's think about this area, okay? So we do know that this corner has to at least go out this far, right? Because, yeah, the small shape is 2x2, so it has to come out this far. And same over here. Now, if it were to come down, say this shape, then this also has to come down, but it can be this shape. Oh, yeah, that's what I missed. Fuck. Okay. Of course, it cannot be a 3x3. But it can be just a 2x2 or a 2x3 in whichever direction. So what gives? I mean, like, it can totally look something like this and wait, can it? Yeah, it can, right? No. Kinda like this. But wait. Okay, hang on. So right now, look at this. Like we have 5 here, so there's gonna be something that's 2 tall and something that's 3 tall. Right, so we have 2 tall, 3 tall, and a 2 tall. And it's pretty much the same here, right? So there's gonna be something 2 tall and then something 3 tall, and whatever this is has to grab this. So we don't know if there's a line in the middle or not, because this is still fine. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just okay. Maybe this is not it then? I don't know. How about here? This is only 4 tall, so there has to be 2 different things here. Okay, that's the thing. And it can be exactly one thing that's 3 long in here. Okay. Now, I don't think this can ever be just 2 by 2 because then what will become of this? Right? I think it does have to come down. Either has to come down, but which one? If this is here, then this would be fine. If it's here, then this is also fine. So which one is the one to come out? That's something we're trying to figure out. And of course, there's no guarantee over here either. This can also come down. Okay. Huh. 2 by 3. Which one? God damn it. Okay. Wait. This cannot extend any further because then. Wait, no, it can. Sorry. Why did I say that? Because it can be something like this. Oops. Yeah. I mean, it is a 6 star. Not star. It is a difficulty 6 puzzle, so it's supposed to be hard. Okay, so whatever is on this side is also too long, but which way? Too wide. Which way? Which way does it go? And is it 2 by 2 or 2 by 3? God damn it. I feel like I've kind of made things harder for myself. Wait, this has to be at least this big because gap of 1. Okay. Progress. Which means this is the final shape because it cannot be a 3 by 3. Where else would this? How else would this become a 3 by 3? Okay, that's cool. Now we still don't know whether it goes down or up, or maybe in the middle like this. We do. Let's see. If this goes any up, then this has to be a 3 by 3. If it goes down, this can be a 3 by 3 in a different direction, but either way, these 3 belong to a 3 by 3. Let's take a look here. No, that's not. No, this one is not helpful. Now, knowing this is a 3 by 3, what does that do for us? Because we can still do something like this or something like this. Here. This 3 by 3 can go this way and everything else works. So, what? Okay. Separate these. I think the key here is to look for gaps of 1. Because there cannot be gaps of 1. Right. These 2 have to belong to something. This one can be a 3 by 3 and this one can also be 3 by 3. So 5. Not helpful. I mean, ugh. Damn it. Okay. Let's see. If this goes up, then the 3x3 would have to go here. And that's not possible. Okay. So this has to come down. This 3x3 has to be over here. Okay. Progress. Bill. New little. I don't think this can come out because then this would be forced to be 2x2, which means this will be forced to be 2x2 and then 2x2. And so that would mean this somehow has to do whatever this is. It's in a way correct. So this has to be a 2x2. Okay. Which just means this also has to be 2x2, right? 2x2s. Let's hope I'm not making too many assumptions here. So likewise, this cannot be... this cannot go out that way, but it can go down this way. So we don't know, but at least we can draw a line there. This can still be... that. Let's leave it there. This can go down. Yeah, that's... Okay, so these do have to be different shapes. Let's draw a line here. Okay, the way I see it, this has to be the 2x2. Because if it wasn't, how would we have this here? Right? So, okay, this is our 2x2, which means this is going 2x2, a 2x2. Which means this is a 2x3, and this is another 2x3, which has to go like this because gap of 1. Okay. I might be very wrong from the start, but then we'll see. Progress. So that just means this is also a 2x3. What next? So this can be... No, it cannot. So this has to be the 3x3, and this one has to be... whatever. Which means this can either be 2x2 or 2x3, and it doesn't do much. But we know that this is... has to go here. Right. Wait, but that leaves this stranded. So I think I did something wrong. Where did I go wrong? Let's go back many steps. Any step. Okay, so... I mean, of course, a line here is basically forced, because how else would we have two different shapes? Like, how else? You know, like, we cannot have this be the same shape. So, yeah. These have to be different shapes. But given the Gemini here, yeah, so these are all like 2x2s. Right. Making this a 2x3. This cannot be a 2x3. So it can only go this way. But then we have this very awkward gap cannot be filled. whatsoever. So I don't think that's good. I mean, if we think about this corner... Okay, I think I'm gonna redo this entire area, right? This has to at least be 2 by 2, and it cannot grow to be 3 by 3, so we have to draw a line here. But it can grow to be this much, and this down here can be a different 3 by 3. We don't know. Okay. Now this also has to be at least this big. Yeah, since there's Gemini down here, we also got this. Now, the thing is, if this is one shape, then there will be a line on the other side. But if this was one shape, then this being two different shapes would be impossible. Right? Because, like I said, it leaves an awkward gap. It cannot be filled. So, I don't think this is one shape. The line has to be here. It has to be a line there. And so, this one has to come in and grab that. Which means this is a 3 by 3. And this is a 2 by 3. It cannot go up here, however, so it has to at least go down this far. I means this is 2 by 2. Okay, and 2 by 3s. Right, and now this no longer leaves an awkward gap. Ah, I see. And this can't just be a 2 by 2. I think it does have to simply be a 2 by 2. Because there just isn't enough space over here for it to be a 3 by 3. So this has to be 2 by 2, and this can be anything. This, okay, so this has to be a 3 by 3 then. Since this is a different shape, and this... Fuck, no, I did something wrong again. Oh. This can only be a 3 by 3, but then what is going here? Okay. So that's the whole idea, right? Wait. How could I miss this? Okay. Let me undo all the way back to when we were redoing this part. So many steps. So the idea is this has to be something that's 3 long, right? Okay. This has to be something that's at least a 2 by 3 or a 3 by 3. I'll also buy. And this can only be this shape or this shape. If it was this shape, then this has to be a 3 by 3, which can go this far, so I has to go this far. But if it was this thingy, I don't know. But okay, we do know that this not much as far down. Damn it. Okay, let's go back to idea then. Can this ever be the same part of the same shape? If it was, then this has to be two different shapes, which we just proved will leave behind many awkward gaps. So no, these have to be different shapes. Okay, that does force this to at least come out this far, marking this off. So we would have another thingy on this side, right? No. Wait, why did I draw lines there? What? What was the reason? It could just be like this. And the 3x3 would go here. Right? Why did I draw lines here? What? Oof. Weird. So, since this cannot be an awkward gap, this 3x3 has to be here. And yeah, same applies in this 3x3, change color, which leaves behind another 3x3. So making this a 2x2. Now this has to be a different shape than this, but same shape as this, which means it has to be 2x2. Okay. You see here, something has to look like this. And I think this has to be 3x3, right? It just makes sense. But it stops making sense now. Yeah. So maybe it doesn't go this like this, but it goes like this. I mean, it fits. Right? It fits. This fits. So this would be... And how do I fill the entire area? What does Q do? Ah, okay. Okay, so that does make this a 1x1. Oh, okay. Things are looking up. What? Okay, let's take care of this corner, okay? Can this be a 2x2? I mean, it does have to be at least a 2x2. I mean, it can be like this, so it has to be like this. Okay, so this has to be this, and this has to be this. Okay. Okay, I think we're close to solving this. These two must come out and not collide, which means this is 1x1. Okay. Now this can it go here? I mean, no. Okay. I think it has to go this, like this, at least. But like, I imagine a different kind of configuration. I don't know. This remaining shape looks kinda awkward. What if this? Close, but not quite. What am I missing? This has to go this far and grab this. So pretty much guaranteed. These are guaranteed. this is also, these are also required, and that's wrong. So, okay. Oh, maybe, maybe, maybe. There we go. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, that took a bit. I mean, it is a 6-star. We don't expect 6 stars to be easy, you know? But okay, that's fine. I think I've had enough for Geminis and Deltas. Rose windows are annoyingly difficult, so I don't think I want to try that. Did I solve the 5? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I think that's it for this area. Let's move on. Here we have a new rule. Right? So just shift back and we have to basically fill in the gap. Okay, let's just do this one step at a time and then it will all fall into place. See? Okay. Now we have 2 ways to go. This one has less puzzles, so maybe I'll go this way. Okay, more advanced shape banks. 3x4, so this has to be part of that 3x4. Not super useful, is it? This is already a 4. Oh, it cannot go up because then it would leave behind a weird gap. So it has to go down. Okay, making this and something like this, something like this. Okay, that's not bad at all. Okay, we have a funny shape. That's gonna come out. I like blues, so we're gonna make that blue. Now, it can be like this, or it can be like this. But either way, it has to be at least this shape. And it can't be like this because that chokes out this tile. So it has to be... Wait, no. I think I'm missing here and here, right? But it can't be the shape either. So it... it has to be this shape then. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure this one has to be this shape, right? Because doing this leaves behind one tile. And yeah, it's like this shape, it has an L embedded in it. So it will be easier if we first look for the L and then we just poke that out. Okay, simple shape bank warm up over here. Advanced shape bank. 大きなパズルでは、別本が大きな問題を引き起こす可能性があります。なんとか確信してる芸能に色をつけましょう。OK。Since I add Japanese, I still have to turn this back into English to understand what it wants to say. Oh, guessing! Ah, I see. Yeah. Like, we're playing a puzzle game here. Who would wanna guess? Where's the gratification, you know? Like, guessing is, in my opinion, one of the worst ways to solve puzzles. Anyway, macaroni. This has to not be any of this, so okay, macaroni. What about here? How about this? No idea. Okay. Huh? Cannot be this. Cannot be this. So macaroni has to look like this. Has to come up, but don't know which way. Can this be macaroni? Yeah. This can also, yeah, it just works. All we know is that these come out and this tile must be taken by either. Pretty much has to look like this or like this. But either way is fine, so we don't know. This also has to come out, and this is fine. And this is also fine, so okay. Let's look over here, right? Cannot be this shape. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Not super square. This cannot be an elbow macaroni because what is this? Okay. So we know that this cannot be. These two cannot be connected, so there has to be something here. Okay. Progress. Okay. Okay, this pretty much has to be this shape. Make this come out. Now this cannot be like this, so it has to look like this. This corner can only do this, so we have that. Okay. Oh. Right. Okay. Looking all good. We have a few more here. Another 3. With 3 logs. Okay, 3 logs, 3 logs. Let's make the cyan. 3 long. 3. No. No guarantees. Maybe look at it always. Right? So we know that these have to be different. Oh. Okay. Okay. Few more. Okay. Kinda falls into place because there's no other option, you know? Like, we gotta be sure not to leave behind any gap to 2 and yeah, the rest basically works. Yeah, just make sure there ain't no even numbers. Let's solve number 3. So it's either a P or 5 long. This has to be a P and this come out and be a 5. This has to be a P. This cannot be 5 long, so it has to be another P, which forces a P here and a P here. Okay, 5 long here, 5 long here. What next? Okay, so this is basically P that's forced to okay, so we cannot have this, nor can we have this, so I think these two have to be 2 P's and boom. Okay, let's make P's blue. That's all the P's. Okay. 3x3 or 2x2. Okay. So we can apply the same logic I did with the 6 difficulty puzzle from earlier, and we're gonna realize that these two have to be 2x2s. Same with this gap over here, which means this has to be a 3x3, this is 2x2, and 3x3, 2x2, and 2 3x3s. Okay, 3 stars are trivial. somewhat trivial now. These are just band street banks. So yeah, nothing really life-threatening, if I do say so myself. Any other hidden art puzzle around? Okay, there doesn't seem to be any thus far, which is funny, but okay. Let me solve this cluster. No, First rule of puzzle solving. 6されない。出します。どうしよう。たら、すぐに復刻しましょう。So like shapes that look weird when disconnected should be connected. Okay. Now, 2x2 or 3 longs. Okay, let's start with the 2x2s. Okay. To be fair, we cannot assume that every single gap 2 is going to be a 2x2. So, let's take it slow. I mean, this can totally be 3 long. There cannot be a 3 long here, but no, that can be. Look at this. Huh. Hang on. No, wait, no, that's not a good place to start. Let's see. Now, if this was a 2x2, that doesn't really do anything. If these were 2x2s, doesn't solve anything. It's like weird. Let's see. 47, so there has to be 3 longs in here. Wow. Do we get 3 longs in here? Okay, so let's say this was a 2x2, right? So this has to be 3 long, which chokes this out. So this cannot be a 2x2. But there cannot be a 2x2 here. It can be 2 3 longs or 2 3 longs. We do not know. But either way, there cannot be a 3 long here. Which means these two have to belong to a 2x2. Okay, getting somewhere. Okay. These two can also not belong to a single 3 long. Wait, no, I just assumed again. Right, because we know these two cannot be part of the same 3 long, but they can be part of 2 different 3 longs. It's fine. Can this ever be... Yeah, it can. Maybe I'm overcomplicating things. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, eventually there's bound to be problems, but I have no idea where to start proving that there are gonna be problems. Okay. If these... Hang on. If this was a 3 long, that would force this to be a 3 long, but that would choke out this one and this one. So there cannot be a 3 long there. So we separate that. This can be a 3 long, but that doesn't mean it has to come out. And it has to come out, and this has to come out. Let's make these orange. Now we don't know what these are yet. But we do know that these two cannot be connected. Right? Or can they? Hang on. Let's see. Go back many sets. Okay. If these were connected, then the only three long. Oh, yeah. Okay. So these two cannot be connected. Okay, so I was right the first time. Not really the first time, but you know what I mean. Okay. Right. So this does have to come out. Sorry. Okay, come out. But that's gonna cause a problem. Okay. That's no good. Start. Keep forgetting that these can be connected. Why did I draw a line here? Like these can be connected. That's fine. Okay, where's my music? This is the 3. Oh my god, this is the 3. So if this were to come out, then so would this? No, that doesn't change anything. Maybe I go vertical. Go corners. Oh fuck. Right. I don't think there can ever be a staircase. This kind of staircase formation, right? Because the staircase would locally choke out so many things. Like, see? But like, how about proof that there's not gonna be a staircase? Fuck. This was a 2. Ah, fuck. I'll come back to you later. Let me take it. 4. 3 long or 2 by 2. Okay. So this narrow gap cannot belong to a 2 by 2. Which means this has to be a 3 long. Oh, this was say 2 by 2. This is 3 long. This narrow gap cannot belong to a 2 by 2. It cannot go this way because that means forces, and it cannot go this way either. So it has to go this way, right? Make it the same. So we would have to make that this. Okay, it's fine on this side. It is fine on the other side. It is. This one is much easier for some reason. Okay, another 4. Okay, rule number 2. Okay. There's a shape that cannot join, then just draw a line to find either U or an L. So whatever this is has to come out. Whatever this is also has to come out, which means this also has to come out. Draw a line. Draw a line. This can also come out and be something like that. No, it cannot. So I think this does have to be a U. Right? Does it? Yeah. This works. And I think we just kinda solve everything. Okay, cool. Make these use red. Hi. So, elbow, S, or N. Elbow, S, or N. Elbow is gonna be most tricky. So you have the allowance of small shapes to be a little bit troublesome. At least we can draw some lines. Because, yeah. Like, say, you know what I mean? That would be overload. This can at most be a S. This can be an M. This can also be an S. But whatever this is, it cannot be behind the face. So I think this has to be our first macaroni, confirmed macaroni. Okay, let's think about this shape. If this comes out, can we fill in this gap? Yes. Oops. What if it came down? If it came down, then there would be a problem here. Like, sure, there will be problems sooner or later, but like, not right now. Wait, so if this was an S, where would this corner go? Anyways. I mean, hello? So, we don't know. Okay, I think we have to apply the same principle down there and conclude that this is another macaroni. Which means this has to be our first S. This comes out and can also still stand to become an S. Okay, same principle. Not exactly. Okay. This is fine. This is also fine. It's also fine. This is not fine. Okay, at least we know one out of 4 cases is wrong. How about this corner? It cannot go this way. And it can go this way. It cannot go this way. And it cannot go this way. Okay. It has to go this way. Which means this is an elbow macaroni. Whatever we're filling in here cannot be this shape, not this shape. Might be this shape or this shape. So we don't know for sure. At least these two belong to it. And then what about here? I mean, this is fine. No, this is not fine. Is this fine? No, it's not. So maybe this has to come grab this, right? Because think about it. What else is gonna, in this area, is gonna grab that without violating the shape bank? I think this has to be our first M. In blue, this is another elbow macaroni. Another elbow macaroni. This has to come out at least this far, which means it has to come down. I don't think this can extend any further, because, yeah. So, knock that off. Okay, we got it. Cool. Okay. Let's get back to this 3. No, we only have 2 shapes. How hard can that be? Right? Okay, at least these have to be connected, but do these connect is the question, right? with purple. Okay. We all have at least this much to work with. Wait. Does that mean this has to be very long? Oh, like, it's gonna create another staircase. But then what? Right. And then what? What's wrong with the staircase? Some idea. We do have all these expanding at least that much. So this is 3. You say 3. Oh, wait. Holy shit. Okay, we got it. Oh god, that was kind of bullshit, but okay. We got that out of the way anyway. Okay, 2 more and we're gonna silver gates. Yeah, this is just straight back. Just solve these 2. Okay, so we have the funny shape. Funny shape, just like this. A hexagonal. Now, cannot go like this. So, yeah. These have to connect. Now we just don't know which way. Right, same idea over here, right? But this cannot go over here, so it has to go over here. What are these 2 tiles? Okay. Okay, cool. Let's make all of these light blue. Discuss. Cool. This one is another funny shape. What? Okay, but we do have at least a 4 long. Okay. Another 4 long. Another 4 long. So that's it. Yeah, boy. And yeah, we just unlocked a few more. 47. Unlocked a few more puzzles. That's nice. This one, these. Oh, that's a 5. This one's a 3. Okay. Not interested in anything lower than 4 right now. Nothing hidden around here. Right? Oh, that's a 4 and that's a 5. Okay. Okay, let's work our way up towards the 7. Okay. So we have this shape. Right? So it has to come out. So this also has to come out and has to come out. We don't know which way this goes yet. I think we do because this has literally nowhere else to go. And we're stuck. Funny how that? Let's think about this hallway, right? I think this has to be connected, right? No. Nothing guarantees. Okay. Cannot go like this. So I think the only valid configuration is here. It's this, the thing. So down here, we know that there's gonna be at most 2 shapes here, right? And there's 5, so one has to be 3 and one has to be 2. Now which one is gonna be the 3? So that will leave a gap up there. So these, at least this much, like, cannot be like this, okay? The only other valid configuration I see is this. Or this. We don't know which one. This one is not valid, though. So I think it has to be the other configuration. Then we'll fit these in, right? Okay. Falling into place. Cannot go like this. So I think this has to come down right now. Come down. Okay. Kind of solved everything at once there, but yeah. Okay, a fiver with L pieces. It's just shaped back. How hard can it be? This can be this L or this L. And not helpful. Okay, it cannot be this L, it can be this L. Okay, yeah. This L can be this L, cannot be this L. And okay, that's the only L. So this has to come out. This can come up. And it can come down. So leave it there. Where else do we go? Can this ever be an L? No, because that's gonna leave behind this gap. Nope. I think this is an L. Cannot be this either. So this corner has only one other valid option. No, not that either. Can't be like this either. Where is this corner going? Is it going this way? So how are we getting another L? That's not possible. Can't go this way either, so it has to be this way and that way. Then, like I said, it's gonna leave behind their rib gap. The actual earth. The actual sock. So maybe I did this wrong. Think about this, right? I don't think I did this part wrong. But then, did I miss any possibility for an L here? Like, this has to come out and become this L. Or this has to come out and cannot go to the left. So it goes to the right, so we draw a line here. So this has to come out. Either be. I missed an opportunity for an L there. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. Oops. Okay. Kinda autopilot solving the rest of this right now because there really isn't much to say. Boom, 5-star. Okay, where's the 6? 2x2 and 3x3. There cannot be a 3x3 in here, but there has to be 2x2s. Right? And there can only be a 3x3 in here. And it cannot go down, okay? Let's go up. 2x2, 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 and 2x2. And more 2x2s. Okay? And 3 by 3, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. Which means this is 3 by... What the hell, man? 3 by 3, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 2 by 2. Running out of options. 3 by 3, 2 by 2. Wait. 3 by 3, 2 by 2, 2, 3 by 3, and 4 2 by 2. Okay. 6. 6 my ass. Another 4 before we go to the 7. Okay. So, both of these have 5 longs, so they cannot ever be anything. This has to come out. Don't know if this part L or 5 long here definitely cannot go down. So it goes out at least this far. Okay. And these two cannot touch, so I'm pretty sure they're different parts of... They're different shapes, sorry. Parts of different shapes. Okay. This cannot go up, but it can be a long T. So we don't know. Cannot be a long T, because that's gonna leave behind. So I think this does have to be a L. This can go down, so like there's nothing stopping it. At least we know this is at least 5 long. Okay, this. How will this become anything? I think this has to... I think it basically has to look something kind of like that. No, I think something's already wrong. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. At least this far, and at least this far. And we cannot be part of it, because I will leave behind very weird regions. This is not a T. So it has to be an L. We just don't know which way it bends. I think through testing, we can prove that it cannot bend upwards. But it cannot bend downwards either, so what is? At least I think this corner has to be filled with these shapes, right? Right now, it can be this shape. But wait. These two configurations do the same thing. Huh. Whatever is tough. Okay, let's take a look. I think we're just gonna return here. Oops. This cannot be a T. Yeah. It's to be an L. Oh no. Since it's not a T, go that way. Cannot be a T down, but can be a T this way. So, no guarantees. Guarantee. Get it? Does this ever extend? If that extends, how are we getting anything in here? Right? That extends. Oh, we do this. Okay. That's, yeah. I guess that's not the worst thing ever. This is a 4, by the way. And we do know that this has to be an L, and this has to be a T. Just don't know which way which one goes. In fact, no. At least this one is a T. An L. This one is an L. Just don't know whether it goes up or down. I feel like whichever bends is gonna be a recipe for disaster. Can this be a T? No, because what's gonna go here? Okay, so no T. Either up or down. Down leaves very weird shapes. Wait, hang on. Can't I use the same logic to prove that these could come out and not meet? Right, so these also have to come out and not merge. Merge, not meet. Right? So maybe we can have something that looks a little like this. Well, almost. But yeah. Okay. So this cannot be a T, so it's to go up and become an L. So merges with this one. Woo. Okay, just enough has to come at least this far. It can be. Oh wait, hang on. I like that. It can still be an L or T here. If this is L, then this is gonna be stranded. So I don't think it's an L. Maybe it's. I don't think it's a T. It's an L. But then other pieces are gonna get stranded. For example, what? Her. I feel like we're so close here, but something is going wrong. Her. Yeah. Huh. How on earth are we getting anything inside here? Yeah, just basically have to merge with this one. Might as well these two go. No. Gee, I don't think this was supposed to be this hard, but here we are. We already know this cannot be a T, or it can be an L. That bends that way, so yeah. Okay. Oh, I missed this configuration. Okay. That clears it up. Okay. So, what's these? Pretty long. Now, we don't know if... Okay, this has to go up. Right, because... How are we filling this in? Right. So yeah, this has to go up. And this go up. Okay. Yeah. I don't think it should have been this hard. For me. As in, I don't think I should have taken this long to solve it. But here we are. 7. Okay, I'm gonna finish this one and take my lead. So we have all these 4s. This can only go down, right? No. So you at least go this far. It can be a T. Yeah, it's a 7, so I don't expect to solve this. It cannot go this way. Okay. That leaves 9. This corner has to belong to 4. I don't know which way. Simple. So consequently, this also belongs to 4, but it can look something like this, or something like this. Wait, no, it cannot look something like this, because that would choke up this one. Right. All of these have to come out. Forgot. Okay. Now since we only have 3 in here, 1 has to go to... I think this is the only valid configuration, because 1 has to go to 1L and the other L. Yeah. Okay, so this one comes down. This corner belongs to L. We haven't had any T's yet, funny enough. And this, again, this can also work. So, okay. Can this go in here? I will force this to go down, and this will be forced to go down, which leaves behind this weird hallway. So, no. So, okay. This is all 4. This is T. We don't know which way it goes. But this is to be a T. Cannot. Right? No, no, no. I mean, it cannot go down here, but it can go here. It can either be a T or an L. To be determined. Let's look at this corner. It has to be a 4. Part of a 4. Every corner has to be part of an L, really. All of these corners are L's. This corner is part of an L. Okay. Running out of options here. Okay. Let's see. If we did something like this, then so far so good. Okay, now let's see. If this went here, then this has to come down and become an L, which means there has to be another L here, which forces this to be an L, and this to be an L, which means this has to grab that piece, and this has to grab that piece. Failing. Oh yeah, we have this problem. So no, that's no good. So I think that means this has to be a T. Right? Okay, then what else do we have? Another T. So these come out and become more T's. This is not guaranteed to go up. Why did that happen? Okay. So wait, no, this doesn't have T. What am I talking about? Yeah, they don't have to be T's. This is definitely a T. Does it go down? If it goes down, then what the hell is this? No, I don't think it goes down. It's go this way, which means it goes up. So whatever this is has to come in and grab this, which means this is a T. I do believe that this has to be an L, otherwise, what is there? Or it's here, right? So this is a purple, we don't know what it is yet. Okay, so this is an L, this is an L. So this is a T. This has to come in and take that. This has to come out. Okay. Getting somewhere. Okay, We got it. A 7, that's not that challenging. It's fine. Not bad. Really. And that's it for shape banks for now because I cannot be asked to solve the rest. Okay, how about we do a few more new puzzles? Where's the damn window? Okay. Okay, we have 2 ways. Aha! Precision. Okay, so precision dictates that every piece must be exactly a certain size. So in this case, we have a precision 4. So this comes out and it can become whatever. No, just a T. So okay. And polyominoes. So polyominoes dictates that regions that contain a shape, like this, regions that contains a tile that contains a shape, must be that shape. Okay. Okay, polyomino or precision. Polyomino can be fun, but also kind of a headache, so I'll go with precision. Yeah. Okay, so we have a precision 3. So yeah, find what we know about. There are only the 3 pieces, and that's either this elbow or 3 long. So yeah, basically every single corner must look like this. This has to come out. This has to come out. This has to come out. And boom. Oh wait. Position 4. Isn't it just 4 else? No. 4 else doesn't work because it's light. Okay. I thought I could brute force that. We definitely cannot have 2 teeth. Given this shape, we can only have L's. Okay. No brute force it, but whatever. Ooh, Gemini Delta and Precision. But whatever these are, these 2 must be different. These 3 must be different from each other. This is the same shape. And they all come out. Now we need a 4, which means this cannot choke out this 1. So this has to be a 4 long. And this has to be the shape to satisfy the delta. And this has to be an S, so this is S. And the rest can just be whatever. Okay, 2. Control to see times. So we need areas of 7. Okay, so this is a different area. So we have 6 areas of 7, right? This definitely has to come out, which means this has to come out. This continues, so this comes out. This can go, must go down so that it doesn't choke out this 1. So this comes out. And this has to keep going. So this has to keep going. So this has to keep going. This comes out. This comes out. This comes out. This comes out. This comes out again. And this has to come out. This pull out. Pull. Pull. I did eyeball a lot of these. Hey, if it works. 13 and Gemini. Okay. So, yeah, there are only 2 regions, so we have to find a way to do this symmetrically. I was thinking maybe doing something like this, right? But we cannot have this. So we don't go up. Instead, do something like this. Hang on. So these two will be connected, and these two will be connected. And wait, no. We cannot do something that looks like this. But maybe we can do something funnier. No. Okay, these two are not symmetrical. Or I guess they're not the same shape. That's what this is trying to tell me. This is violating both things because one is 14 and one is 12. This would disconnect the shape. Oh, wait, no. There we go. Okay, I saw another 4. That's a 3. There. 18. The total 36. So whatever's on this side must be a different shape than whatever's on that side. And so on. But they all connect. Cannot connect that way, so it has to connect this way. Right. No, but that's too much. Oh. Maybe something like this. Yeah, a lot of eyeballing here, but it works. Oh, this one is tougher. For Gemini. Oh, wait, no. Position 4, Gemini, and Delta. So, mark. These two can merge. We don't know that. And what kind of 4 can this one be? It cannot go to this side because, well, I mean, it can. It just can't go here. Well, I don't know. Where do we start? Maybe here. If these two are connected, what happens? Then we'd have similar shapes on both sides of this, which violates the delta. So if they're not connected, that's good to know. So this one has to come out, and this one can do whatever. Okay, so this one is an L. Make that blue. This one also has to be an L, but it can be this one. Right. Don't know. But this one also has to be an L. Okay. Wait, no, this one doesn't have to be an L. What am I talking about? What can this be? Like I said, it actually cannot be an L because that would invalidate Gemini. Delta, I mean. Okay, so this one is not an L. It can be a T, which is fine. It cannot be an S because, yeah. So I think the only option is for it to be a T. Let's make the T green. Have another T here. So this is the L. So this has to fill in the rest of that. That means whatever is on this side also has to be an L and not touch this delta. So it can go anyways. Okay. So on this side is definitely an L, but it cannot be this L. It cannot be this. Can it be? No. It Guess where would these go? So, it's the measure. This is a 4 long, so this is not a 4 long. I think this, yeah, does it. This does it. In English. Okay, so 4 long. 4 long. Cool. 4 is out of the way. Another 4. 16, but with delta. How hard can it be? Okay, so we know that these two are two different parts of the 16. Wait, we just kinda have to... Huh, I don't know, it works, it works. Brute force. Just kidding. Okay, but at least we know that these two are different shapes. Okay, so where can the yellow go? Can it go down? Thing is, what's gonna grab these two? Is it gonna be this one? Or is it this one? Problem is, how will this do that? Right? I mean, we can have orange go all the way down here, like, see? So, no. So I think yellow has orange has to grab these, right? Just so yellow can grab these, right? We have to think about the corners. So something like this, go a long way, and just gotta wait, hang on. That's here and there, right? I think at least we're gonna have this shape, and boom. Yeah, it took a little bit of adjusting, and we got there. These are all very easy. So many. Okay, another 4. Ooh, 3 position. Okay. 3 positions means only 3 longs or elbow back row. Let's think about this. Okay, so these long hallways have to belong to a 3 long, just don't know which one. But we do have these parts. Now this can be either, we're not gonna bother. Same here, right? So this has to belong to a 3 long. Technically, it can totally be these, right? Either way, the only shape that's gonna reach in here is gonna be a 3 long. So, on this other side, there also has to be a 3 long that is separate from this 3 long. So, we have our first and second shapes. This one has to be an elbow back romy, which take up at least these two. And since this belongs to a 3 long, and this also belongs to a 3 long, we have no idea what to do next. Sorry. But, yeah, that's the start. Now, this can totally be a 3 long. There is a problem with that's a 3 long because there's not enough tiles in here to finish the position. So, this has to be an elbow back row, which means this is elbow back romy, 3 long, 3 long, 3 long, and 3 long, elbow. This is a 3 long, and boom. Cool. Okay. Let's solve the 3s. Any sneaky puzzles? Not exactly. There are a few down here, but they're not unlocked. Okay, I'll solve these 3s. Okay, 5 position. There are, I think, 12 pentominoes, so that's not helpful. Okay, and deltas. Cool. So this does have to come out and at least be an L. So this has to come out and be this S. This has to come out and be this N. This has to come out, not be an M. So we can must go this way and then be this funky shape. So this cannot be this shape. So it has to be this T. So this cannot be a T, but it can be many shapes. But this cannot be a T. It has to take this one. It's gonna be this funnier T. Okay. What next? This cannot be the funnier T. But it can be a variety of shapes. We don't know. Okay. What else? This has to come out this far and be anything. Oh. Okay. So this and down become the shape over U. It cannot go over here, nor can it go over here. So it has to go over here. That's like, so it can't go over here. So it has to go down. This one comes out. And this one will have to be a different shape. Alright. And it has to merge here. Okay. Now this one can be a U or this long thing, but this one has to be long thing. So this is a U. Okay, so this is a T. Now these two are different shapes. Okay, at least we have that. And I solved the rest of the puzzle now. I can. Okay, cool. Okay, 5 position. So basically find a good way to fill in these shapes. Okay. This stack has 2 ways, but it can only go this way to not choke out this part. This L cannot go down anymore, so let's go up. This M can only go this way now, but that's not good. Wait. Hang on. No. What am I doing? Okay, so this L made a mistake here. Cannot be this L, but it gets to go down here, and that actually leaves behind a place of size 5, so that's perfectly good. Which does mean that there's no guarantee that the M. No, there is. Sorry. Okay, so the M just have to go this way. Leaving behind a perfect 5-sized. So it has to come down and not choke out those tiles. And voila. Okay. Good enough. Okay. We finished the first step, and more puzzles should show themselves now, right? Oh, fuck you. Okay, more 3 pairs. 5. Now we have to be careful not to. So there can be at most 4 other cells in here. Right, because this is a choke point. Something has to come out. Something has to come out here too. Whatever is in here. Okay, so this out of the way, we can have this shape. We cannot have this long shape over here. Gotta think about what shapes can go here, right? Because there's at most a 3x3 area for the Gemini. This one, at least. So, this could be an L. Or this L. I think either way, this has to be an L, right? maybe something like this. And okay, this is simple. Come on. Another 5. 5 precision. So this cannot merge with this, so that's not helpful. These all be fine. Can this come here? I mean, it kind of can because no, it can't. How are we fulfilling this? Well, I don't think this comes over there. It can only be over this, like this, and actually there's enough to fill this in. Then I think we can just go with the flow here. No, we can't. Okay. This cannot come here, so it has to come down at least once. Can it come in here? Nope, same problem arises. Okay. Start. This is a 3-star, so it should not be hard, in theory. Okay. So, this one needs 8. This one needs 2, so it's not gonna merge with this. So it has to at least come up this far. It can come up here, or do anything funny over here. But this is the least it needs. This is not merging with that either, so it has to at least down this far. Now this can merge with this, but then that would leave behind a very huge gap. Oh wait, this was a possibility. Why did I neglect that? Oh, damn it. I think this corner has to be grabbed by this one. Right? Because if it wasn't, how else is it coming out? Without choking this. So it has to merge, and I think this is a key. Where is this going is a problem. Can it go up? No. It's gonna do that. So it will be choked off. I don't think this can go up. So this has to come in and grab it. I don't think this can go anywhere else other than merge with this one to become a U either. So you see what happens. Okay, so this is a U, which means this has to come in and grab this, right? Yeah. And I think that has to be an M. Yeah. Okay. This can be a T, and this can do all sorts of things. Where is this going? It can go down and merge with either. But if it goes down, where are these two going? It can go up too. So, let's think about this. Like, these two have to merge into a 3, and it cannot go here. And neither can it go here, so it has to merge with this one. Ooh. Now, this needs to expand at least 3, and whichever it goes, it cannot leave behind a space once, so it has to be a key. And I don't think a difficulty 3 should take it that long, but whatever. Okay. This is the same puzzle, but with 4. Okay. Can this go up? No. So it has to be an L. So this has to come down. Grab that. Let's come out. That. So this has to be an L. These two have to be different shapes. So this one has to merge. This comes out. This comes out. Okay. Ooh. A position of 6. So these two are not merging. This is complete. This is complete. These two definitely merge and cannot go down, so it goes over, but it can come down. Either way, this one comes out this far, and this one is good. Okay, we have 9 here, which I think can be anything really. Right? No, it cannot be the shape. Right, it's the... Okay. Ooh. I think we're out of 3 stars. Okay, let me stop the 2s. Seriously? You can't be serious. Like, come on. $60. And this is 120. So I think each grabs a corner. Each grabs 2 corners. Okay. This can't come in. Nor can this come in here. So what if what we're looking for is way different? Okay. One has to come in. Right. If we can't have this, we can actually I don't know. Like, can we ever have something like this? Close ish. Right. And what else can I do? Okay. 55, so I just gotta take 5 more yellow. Oh, wait, no. 5 more yellow. Somewhere. Over. What am I doing? What's up? Okay, 60 and 60. Oh, hang on. This yellow here is being wrong. Okay, simple. Make a new entrance for yellow. And connect orange other way. and yellow come in without touching itself. I think that's the main puzzle here. Make yellow come in without doing all that. So maybe yellow has to loop around. Right. Yellow has to loop around. Then orange and take over here. Right. What am I doing with my life, man? So something has to come out here, and it cannot go up, so block that off. And it cannot just enter from this way, so we block that off. Yeah, something has to come all the way over here. Okay. And this is 39. Cannot go this far, so this is where green. I'll make this green. Green comes out. Okay. We know this. Green out. To keep going. Or green. Yellow. Honestly, I think it would have been much easier if I just did this from the get-go. I don't know, I like making things more difficult for myself. Okay, fine. There's a go down. This is a different. Okay, this goes down. Oh. Get both sides. Honestly, there are quite a lot of ways to go about this. Just like this. Listen, I'm too lazy to explain myself now, okay? So, yeah. So be it. More puzzles unlocked. We have a few 4s, 5s, and 3 and 4. Seriously? No, 6 and 7s. 6 and 7s. Okay. What time is it? Okay. I'll be here for 10 more minutes. Only 4s and 5s though. I'm kind of let down. It's what it is. Let's deal with 4s. Position of 4. This has to come down, which means this is going to be a yellow shape that has to come down. Okay. Which makes this a different shape that also has to come down. Is this the same shape? It's come down, a different shape, same shape, different shape, same shape. That's the general gist. Okay, so some has to come out that way, and coming out. It can be an S, right? No, it cannot. So it's a V2L. This has to come out, and this has to come out. It cannot be this. I think it has to be an S. Yeah, it has to be an S. Maybe do something like this. So S. This one, I think it has to be another L. So these. No, it cannot be 4 long, so these are not L's. I love jumping to conclusions. Sorry. Okay, so makes this another L. This is not an L, so it's a 4 long. This is an L. This is not an L, so it's an S. This can be an L like this, but not leave behind that. Maybe this is an L. So this is S. This is an L. This kind of word. It just proves that. Okay. Okay, let's see. This is these are yellow. This is green. Okay. So this yellow has to come out. So this is also a yellow shape and a yellow shape. This is a different shape, or that orange. Now this has to come down and not merge with that one. Because how are you doing this? Okay, same shape and all. This is a red shape, purple shape, shape. How about we go for purple? Now this purple cannot be this L. It can be this S. It can be L like this. This can't be a 2x2. It can also be an L like this. Oh, there really ain't a limit. We do know that this is on 4 long, but it can be an S or okay, either an S or this L. That's it. So this is either an S or L. Fuck. That's so unhelpful. This comes out. This comes out. Now this corner has to belong somewhere. This is where an S has to be an S. Or an L has to be an L. I think this is not wrong. And this cannot be an L either, so it has to be a 4 long. The only L this can make is this one. So, right? Huh. This can't be an L. It can only be an S. This is also an S. But then this would have to be in L, so this is also an L. Then what the fuck? Ah, where did I go wrong? How about we go bottom up? Okay. So these two are the same shapes. That's very unclear. It's not helpful to go from bottom up. Same shape. To come out, so same shape. Different shape. This way. And out. Okay. Has to come down. is a different shape. Also has to come down. So this is the same shape. It's coming down. Different shape. Oh, it doesn't have to come down. See, that's where the logic failed. But either way, pretty sure the whole cluster over here all have been correct so far. This one cannot be an L, it has to be an S. This one has to be an S. This one does have to come down, which means this one has to come down. But we don't know if these are S's. Wait, no. These are L's. Which L's? These. I don't think they can be those L's, so maybe these. Oh, yeah. The configuration looks something like that. This one has to come out and grab this. This is a T. Okay, perfect. Okay, and I think we're good. Thank you. That was a 4. G. Okay. Oh, one more 4. And then a 5. And then no. Wait. Or maybe I just go to 5 right now. Okay. What's precision? Whatever shape this makes. This is the choke point, so this has to grab all. Right, this is also choke point, so it has to merge these. Cool. Right, using the choke point tool, we can have pylons. This can come up. No, that's not a choke point. This is a choke point. Okay. Where else can we go? I mean, these are fine to this come out, come out. This choke, not really a choke point. I think it is a choke point. So it's gonna grab everything here. Pretty sure it doesn't give it. This has to come in and grab that and become a cross. This cannot come up here, it has to go over here. And this now a choke point, we have that. This comes out. We don't know if it merges with that one, but we do know it comes out. Merge. I mean, it can be something that looks like this, no problem. But I think that's the only option, right? Think about this. If this comes up, it's gonna choke this out. Or choke that out. So the most it can come up is this far and it cannot merge here. So the only other option for it is this P. So this comes out and doesn't merge with this. So this comes out. This becomes, what does this become? Actually, I think they made another mistake. Oh. Wait. It can be this. Yeah. And same reasoning. I'm not gonna explain myself again. Okay, choke point. Connect. Could connect here. I don't know. Let's think about this, right? This and at most grab on these. So these two must belong to this one. We don't know if this comes in or out. But the furthest it can go is here. Right? Because it can only handle one here. So the rest has to be outsourced. Somehow. I think I made a mistake, hang on. Because it can be something like this. This is not a choke point. Either way, this can only go up once. I mean, like, you know, it can only take either of these. So at least it has to come out. Now in here we have 4. In here we have 1. So total we have 5. So I don't think this can ever do that. Because how is that? Wait, hang on. No, this one doesn't go that way. I mean, but if this goes here, it has to go here. Then this has to come out and choke this out. So I think this has to go down. Let's think about this. Can this ever go to here? If it goes to here, it's gonna choke this out. No matter what shape it makes. So this one, this tile doesn't go to here. And I think it just has to merge here and do that. I'm really making things more complicated than they need to be. Okay, let me just vibe solve all of these. Yeah. The more I talk, the more I mess up the logic, so yeah, I think that's worth it. Okay, how about when we're fine? Ooh! Green puzzle with 8. There are 5 pieces. And we know that these So this cannot go that far. At most it can only go up once. So the rest has to be off to the side. But it also cannot be off that far. The most can be off to the side is 2, and the most can be up is 1. So right now this is 5. Right? This, I believe, is the only way this can reach 8. So we cut off 4, 5. Now this really has to come in and grab this. So it's not gonna merge with this, so we mark that off. So this has to come up and merge with that. Already has 6, so it's not gonna merge there. This has 6. Down. Ooh. Okay. Wasn't that difficult? 1 to 5 then. This is tough. Okay. Same shapes across the board. Oh. Whole house. Whole house side. Okay. I do think that these two have to at least do something that looks like this. Right? Like... kind of vibe solving right now. But we also have to consider the fact that, yeah, we just cannot do this. That would be too easy. So, restart. Okay, so at least we know these are all blue shapes, and then this is something else. Make it purple. Now, of course, nothing stopped them from just being a bunch of else and go to each other. Let's take it slow, okay? So, these two have to come out and be at least 2. Can it come down? If it comes down, then this one also has to at least form an elbow macaroni. Now it can merge. That would choke out the things. If these combine, what do we have? technically we can do something that kind of looks like this. Right? Can we? No. Okay, hang on. I think the first thing we need to test is that are these connected? Right. Because if they're connected, how would they escape? The most we can, if these are connected, the most we can have are S's, this funny shape, which is kinda impossible to do in this last corner. A P, which is also not possible. This S is semi-possible until we yes, yeah, no. S's are no good. Okay, so funny shape, P or S or L. But like, we just went through this. L's just don't work because of this. Okay. So no, I don't think these two are connected. So they come out. And I think they kind of have to merge. But merge with what? Also, we gotta take a look here. All of these are similar, except for these two. How are we doing that? wait. Misconception. Okay. So these are similar. These are different. Sorry. Oh, that was my mistake. Listen, it's 2 a.m. right now. Okay. Please go easy on. Anyway, that does mean this has to come down. Now, is it gonna combine? If it combines this one, that means it has to at least go to a 4 and become an L. In whichever way. And it being an L is fine until you take this into. No, I don't think it merges with this one. How about this one? And it needs at least one bend, which is already looking like a recipe for disaster. But we'll see. Can't be this shape, so let's say down, say this. Okay, that's not exactly purple. I mean, it does interfere with the purple. Does it ever go like this? No, because I chose out the purple. This purple also has to come out, and I think it pretty much has to merge with this. So, and we don't know how far this is gonna go. I think at least this far. Okay, to purple else. So this is gonna be else. Again, we've established that this cannot go down here, right? No. It can't. Can it really? I don't think so. Okay. Let's take it slow. Okay. If it only merges with this one, we're gonna have, well, else. That's not good. If it only merges with this, then we cannot have S's. So I think it does have to merge with both. It can't go this way. So it has to go this way. I think this one is finished. Which does mean this has to face this way. it does have to come down. This has to come out. And it cannot be horizontal. Because, yeah, not enough. This has to be vertical, right? But being vertical does mean bad things. So, yeah, maybe I am mistaken again. Okay. Both of these have to come out, right? So this has to come out no matter what. I still think the purples have to be L. But yeah, blue cannot be L's. See? Blue just can't be L's. But like, blue can't really be the shape either, because what the fuck is this? Huh? And blue can't be T's. Can't be S's, can't be L's. It definitely cannot be 5 bonds. Huh. Fuck. Fuck. This is starting to make less and less sense. Purple can't just, you know, it can't just block off any blues. Basically has only one way out. Right? Because if it goes here, then this also has to be purple, which violates delta. So yeah. We really don't have any. Thing is, we can't have this S either. The only shape we can make with this purple is purple. Fuck. Fuck. Can't have an S like this. Can't have an M like this either. Definitely can't have a P. Can't have a T. Can't have a big L. Can't have this funny S. Can't really have anything. Same shape, same shapes. They're all the same shapes. Yeah, this leaves 13 here. So we're not gonna complete the position. And we're not doing that with this either. What gives? Okay, doing this here leaves behind 14, which seems kind of close. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think this is the answer. Yeah, just no. There really isn't a configuration that leaves stuff really suitable for stuff either. Oh fuck me. What am I missing? Can it ever be something like this? No. Purple can just do this. That's gonna choke out this blue. This blue has to come down. Purple has to come out. Why am I doing this? I mean, it appears that this would be purple. And yeah, all of these have to be purple. No. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm kind of desperate. Arm. I think I'm wasting too much time on this. I'll revisit it. Come on. Okay, well, I think that's basically it for today. I'm just gonna take a look at another four fancies. So these two belong to different shapes. And position 10, so there has to be 3 in here. Could it ever be as simple as filling in shit? No, of course not. No, no, we're doing, right? At 9, 10. Okay. I'm doing. There. I think these have to be connected somehow. Oh, what do you know? Oh, okay. I think that's it for today. Yeah. Nice to have you. See ya.